Sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my live show. Let's see who we get here for this live show. Wow, not sure about the lighting, so we'll see how this goes. So, hi everyone, and okay, let's get straight on to this subject of something that I'm quite passionate about, is healing narcissistic and people who have suffered from narcissistic. Well, there's only one way to say this is narcissistic abuse. Okay, yeah, this is a tricky one, and I've got my coffee ready here too. So this is live and interactive. If you're interested in sharing your thoughts too on this, so let me have a drink of my coffee. These people, when you first kind of meet these people, these narcissists, they will have this kind of mask on, this veneer of being Mr. Perfect, being your Miss Perfect, if you like, and that everything that you ever wanted in a guy, they will sit down and they will talk to you. They will understand your situation and understand what you've been through here in every single detail. They'll say, well, when you kind of had that problem there, when you had that difficult pregnancy that you had, and, all of your body expands when you have a child. And, you're kind of thinking, wow, is this person real? What guy kind of says that? So it's like they will say, all your pelvis and all that expands. It takes a while for this to go back to normal. Why is it that people don't understand that? And they do this on purpose. I'm not saying there is no people out there that are like that. There's doctors and professional people that would be. So I'm just fiddling with the lighting here. That would actually be quite genuine with the way that they're advising. But not going into, absolute fine detail of understanding who you are. Narcissists want to go beyond the average Joe. They want to, and I know a lot of people here, some guys are saying, well, actually, I'm not a narcissist and I try to, yes. You're not a narcissist and you do kind of try to understand. That's fine. But not in the way that a narcissist kind of does this. They do this and it's not genuine. That's where this is wrong. This is where this is manipulated. They don't mean it at all. Okay. So they enter your life and they say all these wonderful things. Why are you not with someone? Why are you not? Why is there not a queue behind you, waiting to date you? And you're thinking, well, let's face it. In the real world, I'm talking about the real world here. In the real world, you'll be lucky to find the right person, the right person that's really kind of connects with you. It's like one in kind of 50,000 or something like that. If it was so easy, car going by. Sounds like the exhaust pipe's hanging off. Anyway, exhaust pipe problem. Okay, that brings things down to realism. So we have somebody here, like I said, he's saying that why haven't I got a queue of people? Now, a normal person would understand it's not easy to find your soulmate out there that's you know, that will connect with you on so many levels. But here comes this narcissist, and this narcissist is clicking with you with so many levels. And this is a big red flag. It's a big red flag. This does not happen in the real world. This is fantasy, and this is like sweeping you off your feet. And again, I'm not saying that this can't happen. It can happen. But this is kind of you know, it's that unbelievable. I mean, this is the understanding that to meet somebody and to actually, people are very cautious. Normal people are very cautious. They don't put all their cards on the table all at once. They don't kind of say all these ridiculous things. You know, I thought of you and I thought of these roses. And I thought your favourite flower would be this. And this is like the kind of second week. How the hell do you know what my favourite flower is? And I'm not being pessimistic, and it is lovely. And it's nice to enjoy that romance, absolutely. But when somebody makes these kind of sweeping statements that, and especially it's all about the femininity, that they seem to tap into the femininity and that vulnerability of your femininity, what nobody understands, what most guys don't understand. So it's all I think it's evil. I think it's evil to tap into that pure, authentic kind of femininity of a woman, or even a man, tapping into that masculinity, that a man, you know, a narcissistic woman will tell you all these things. And, you know, most women don't understand men, but you seem to understand men and all that kind of thing. So it's difficult because you're trying to, you know, you want to meet someone and this person is telling you everything that you want to hear. It may be on social media, it may be on a dating site. Dating sites terrible for this. Okay, they're full of narcissists. I'm trying not to be pessimistic, but they're full of narcissistic people who are pretending to be what they're not. So where do we go here with this? It's difficult. It's difficult. And I wanted to delve in deep here because a lot of you will understand this. If you've been involved with a narcissist, it's not funny. It's not a funny situation. It's absolutely very painful and agonizing, and it can actually ruin your health. That's what this can be like when you're involved with a true kind of full-on narcissist. They can actually they want to, in fact, this is what they want to do. They want to ruin your life. And they start by choosing things that a normal guy would not even notice. They want to be your knight in shining armor. Why? Because they just look for that adoration. They just want adoration and validation. And they feed off that. So you may be like, oh my goodness, you know, and they will be thinking in their head, and I'm trying to put myself in a narcissist shoes because I am an empath, but They will look at you with this, with this awe of, oh my goodness, I've never met anybody like this. It's so wonderful. And you may even say this, And this narcissist will be looking at you, and I'm trying to put myself into a narcissist's shoes. They will look at you like this. And they will be thinking at the back of their mind, and I know this sounds really crass and horrible, but this is what they will be thinking. You stupid woman. You stupid, stupid woman. That's what they're thinking behind all of this. You're really buying this. You're really buying this BS. And it's like anything, any con man in any situation. You can get con men in, the world is full of con people, spam. You get it all the time on social media, and you also get it with people who pretend to be in love with you, because narcissists are con men, okay? They are con men. And they con you into a relationship with them, and they pretend to be something that they're not. And they do this. They're brilliant actors, and they do this so convincingly. And it's something that you please don't blame yourself, because this is what they do. Now, I'm going to be quite blunt here, because I want to actually want to explain. They deliberately choose somebody that's authentic, that's a professional person, that has possibly a PhD, a master, a doctorate, or is intelligent. Or maybe they've got a business, they're running a business, they're independent, they've got property. You see, a narcissist always wants something from you. Whether that is, even if you're beautiful, you are like your beauty and the way you carry yourself is something that reflects on them. So say if you are beautiful, you've got beautiful long blonde hair or dark hair, you've got a fabulous tan because, you've traveled a lot. You're very relaxed in your demeanor because you are very confident. And, you're easy to talk to, and people, take to you so instantly that you're an amazing person, or you're so lovely, you're so genuine, we adore you. So somebody like that is somebody that the narcissist would choose as a partner. And they will, it's like a trophy girlfriend in a way. They will, just because they are associated with you, it actually reflects on them. So you'll be introduced to the family. And that's just so, because toxic people have toxic families, and they will introduce you to the family, and they will, they'll do this because they're actually showing off. They're showing off. You're an object. You're an object, and you, what they're doing is all your sunshine around you, your lovely spirit, is actually reflecting on them and making them look good. So they may go to their dysfunctional family and say, "Hey, look what I found here. This object. She adores me, so that makes me look so super good, doesn't it? Doesn't that make me look super good?" That kind of thing. So it could be because you're attractive, you're very good with the public. Sorry. And that they just treat people like objects. You look good. You look good. Sorry about the cars outside. It's on a very busy main street here, and so it's something that I can't stop because it's very warm too, and I need to have the windows open. So I'm in like an urban city at the moment. I'm in Birmingham, but it's like the urban area around Birmingham, so it's very kind of busy. So I have to say that, where was I? That yeah, they choose somebody that's maybe beautiful or slim or intelligent or all three, and then they parade this person to their work colleagues. Look what I can get. To their friends, who always usually puts them down. Oh, look what I can get. And to their family members who are dysfunctional. Oh, look what I can get. And it's all kind of one-upmanship, game playing. It's always game playing with the narcissist. Okay, so why does the narcissist make a person ugly? Okay, so we get that love bombing phase, and you look amazing, and you've just met this person, and you're kind of you've got this aura around you because this person is love bombing you. So you've got this amazing aura, and your hair is glossy, you look beautiful, you look you look loved up, and all of this kind of thing. So that's when they do this deliberately. Narcissists do this deliberately. They build you up into this big thing, and then when they get you, you see, when you're dating them, and you're this beautiful person with this long hair and whatever, and the lovely golden tan, and people think you're amazing. And that's when the narcissist is attracted to you. Okay. And then they put on this fake, oh, you're amazing, you're beautiful, why haven't you been snapped up already? All these kind of sayings. So yeah, there's the love bombing stage here. But they know that they cannot keep up this love bombing and this acting, and they know this is all just going to crash and crumble down. They know who they are deep down. Narcissists know they're absolute scum. They're absolute scum of the earth, are narcissists. If you talk about, say, some kind of mafia people who these terrible gangs that take on, employ people who have who traffic people as slaves, that kind of person. Can you imagine that kind of person who owns that company? They're absolute scum of the earth. And this is the kind of person a narcissist is. They deep down, they're the scum of the earth person, and all these degrading things that they've done to people. And they're there with this persona of, and it's like the family looking at this narcissist thinking, oh my God, you're doing this again. How long is this going to last until you destroy this person? And then we've got to pick up the pieces again. That kind of thing. So these people are the scum of the earth. They can't even keep this false kind of facade up for too long. So then we have, you've been built right up because you are an amazing person. You're intelligent. You've got a lot to offer someone. And they know that, and they pretended to be this perfect guy that you know, these perfect guys they're absolutely jealous of. They're so jealous of these perfect guys who can offer everything to a woman like you. Okay. They're so jealous, they snap up a female, they pretend to be this person, and deep down they're evil people. So what can I say? That when you reach that point where this person gets you in a relationship, they cannot keep this up anymore. You'll start to be devalued and you will start to be degraded. And they will chip away at your self-esteem. And they know how to do this. They're so good at chipping away at people's self-esteem. This is part of the grooming, okay, to get you to, so they can control you. It's grooming. It's grooming to abuse you. That's what this is. And that's what narcissists do. They choose people, they pretend to be who they're not, and they love bomb them and make them feel so wonderful that they get them addicted to that sense of, oh, I feel. So what the narcissist does, they will start to say everything that you're doing is wrong. You can't do anything right. You're hopeless, and they will bring you right down to rock bottom, and that's when they start to manipulate. These people are sick, okay? They're mentally ill, they're sick people, and these kind of people are in the criminal, in the criminal kind of gangs and that kind of thing. They're not the nice people. They're not the people that we want to meet in our lives. We should be avoiding these people who suddenly love bomb us. I think that if you've experienced narcissism, you will recognise that within a heartbeat of somebody. Hi there, of somebody. Faking it. You will notice somebody faking it in the future once you have realised. And this is a horrible thing because you are an amazing, authentic person. You have been narcissistically abused and to the extreme, because they wouldn't tell you half of what they've done. But they do it because they want to degrade you. They want to... like the title of this, they want you to feel ugly on the inside and ugly on the outside. That's how these narcissists want you to feel. And not just that, they want everybody in your in your outside circle, friends, in-laws, friends or work colleagues. They want to get all those people to make think that you are ugly on the inside. Oh, she may look like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, but my God, is she a cruel, evil bitch? They will try to make you like how they are inside. Which is a sewer, an absolute sewer. And if they try to get anybody decent using the right way, they would never be able to do that, because the empaths and the narcissistic abused people, leave them in the end, because they actually see in the end the manipulator and the puppet master. And, it's not an achievement at all to actually recognise a narcissistic, abusive individual. Absolutely not. Okay. It takes a lot of guts to actually recognise and walk away. When you do walk away, they just go and target somebody else. and they find somebody else. In fact, they try to up the ante. Well, you had a master's degree. I'm going to go for this person who's got a PhD, and who used to be Miss World, who used to, who used to be an advocate for, an orphanage and all that. So I'm going to go for that one next time. You're trash. Your master's degree or your kind of nursing degree means nothing. It's trash. Doesn't mean anything. And that's all they look for, is things that they can use to make themselves look better. And actually pulling down somebody who's up there and pulling them down to ground zero and watching them suffer gives enjoyment to a narcissist. They actually love to pull somebody down. And I heard this saying recently from a narcissist. It's easier to actually pull somebody down than it is to build them up. What normal person would say that? What normal, loving, caring, compassionate, empathic person would say a comment like that, which is saying it's easier to pull a person down than it is to build them up? I think that is like a neon sign to say, I am a big fat narcissist, and this is how I think. This is my mindset. So I have to say to victims out there of narcissistic abuse is that they will make you feel ugly. They will make you feel or try. You will question, no, I'm not ugly inside. No, I'm not a horrible person. No, I'm a good person. I actually do good things, and I would never do that. I would never think like that. That's not my mindset. And it's disgusting, it's degrading, and it's horrible. But you see, the narcissist will keep insisting that you do think like that. And they will tell everybody that, oh, she thinks like this. And in all honesty, it's the narcissist who thinks like that, not the empath. And they do that deliberately. They want to make you look ugly deliberately, because when they met you, you was amazing. You stood out in a crowd. You were beautiful, you were intelligent, and people respected you. When this narcissist came along, they celebrated that with everybody else around. So, yeah, she's gorgeous, she's lovely, she's such a lovely person. But there will be buts too. It'll be like, yeah, but she's a lovely person, and she's attractive, and she's got such an ambitious soul and spirit. But okay, and that's another big but you don't know her like I do. That's the narcissist speaking. You don't know what goes on behind those closed doors, do you? You don't know what she says, what she's capable of. So this is the narcissist all over. They try to make a good person, a beautiful, inside and out, authentic, caring person. They try to make them look ugly inside and out. And also with leaving them destroyed with no self-esteem, even homeless, nowhere to go, homeless, and then that's when they feel like they've defeated that person, because I've broken that person. I've broken that person right down. They're worth nothing. that I've told everybody that they're ugly in the inside, though she may look lovely on the outside, but she's certainly very ugly in the inside. And I've got proof of that. I've got proof of that. And you may be defending yourself to some cruel remarks because you have an authentic soul and spirit. And you have firm boundaries. And you may be saying, no, you don't go past this boundary. You don't speak to me like that. And you don't do that to me. You may have firm boundaries and say, you don't speak to me like that. You don't. So when you speak to a narcissist like that, they can get violent. They will force you to accept, I am going to push your boundaries. I am going to destroy your soul. And I am going to make you look like trash inside and out. Now, that's what a narcissist will think when you start to put up those boundaries. Those boundaries are not going to be there for very long because, I know how you form them boundaries. You think you're so much better than me. You feel that, because I've crossed so many boundaries in the past and I have done some horrible things that why should you have boundaries? Why should you have this valued respect? These people do not have boundaries, full stop. They don't have boundaries. They don't understand boundaries. When you say to a narcissist, can you please stop now? Do not speak to me in that manner. I don't want you to be like this. Can you leave now? They don't listen to any of it. They don't see this boundary that you're trying to put up here. They don't see it. They will push that boundary. How dare you? You don't speak to me like that. And you start to get the violence back. A normal person would actually turn around and say, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cross any kind of personal space. That I do apologize. What did I say? Can I correct that? Can I correct what I said? So we will sit down and talk about this and be reasonable individuals and intelligent, mature individuals, and let's talk about this. Narcissists don't do that. They will say what they think to you. You think you're all that, don't you? But you're not. I know so many people much better than you. And this is what they'll say because they see people as objects. I know somebody, I've got about 4 or 5 people I'm triangulating or quadrangulating around you. You're thinking you're so special. You're not special at all. You don't even deserve me. They want you to feel like trash. Because why do they want you to feel like trash? Because they feel like trash. They feel like trash. They see you confident. They see you sitting there, like me with my channel. They see me sitting here, being very authentic, very, being blunt and looking at the grey, not scared to say that. And yet I'm sure there's many narcissists out there saying, you shouldn't be saying that. Why are you saying that? You don't have a right to, what entitles you to sit there behind that screen and say what you think. You don't have that right. You're nothing special. So it's really, you see, narcissists do not have boundaries. They're ashamed of who they are. They are ashamed of their actions that they've done. One relationship after another relationship, after another marriage, after another marriage, and after another relationship has failed. They don't learn at all, okay? And they get worse as they get older. So if you kind of meet them as they're getting older, they become even more and more destructive. Like in their past, they may have stopped at, okay, I cheated on you, so I'll stop there. And I won't go any further. I'll leave now. You know, I'm kind of go and look for a secondary supply or another supply. As they get older, they get more and more cruel. Okay. You know, the string of people that it didn't work out with, the marriages, and now you come along, you know, the marriages, all those people that said you're crazy. Go and see someone. You're a sociopath. You're a psychopath. You need help. Every one of those people have said that. And there you are, looking also, and they're upping the ante all the time, you know, for a more intellectual person, a more beautiful person, a more worldly wise person. And you are with this blonde hair, because, you know, me, I suppose, with the blonde hair, the tan, just stepping off the aeroplane from Greece, looking amazing. You've got your white kind of linen on, and they think, well, they're looking at you thinking, you know, what are they thinking really? What are they thinking when they've got a string of people up to date who you don't know about when you meet them? What the hell are they thinking? I'd like to know that, if anybody knows what they're thinking when they first clap eyes on you. Are you going to be any different from those people in the past? So you don't know about what they've said. And they may say to you, oh, my ex is crazy. Oh, that's a big one. Okay. My ex is so crazy. She thinks I'm a narcissist. She thinks my ex thought that I was a sociopath. Absolutely ridiculous. In fact, she needs to go and get herself seen, because she has no trust in anyone, you know. She doesn't trust anyone. She thinks that everyone's a narcissist who crosses her path. I feel sad for that person. I feel so sad. She's so sad. I can't help her anymore. You know, I can't help her. I've got to let that person go. And they will tell lies. They will say all these horrible, wicked things that you've not even done. You know, they may say, oh, she's had a string of abortions. She's done this, she's done that. And you've done none of that. None of it. Okay. So as you get older, they become nastier and nastier and nastier. And they want you, because each one of these people, when it comes to later on, they want to absolutely destroy you. You know, it's not me, it's you. Oh, and then does it dawn on them that it's their problem? No, it doesn't. It's just a cycle. Just let me see here. And then they just make you, and I just want you, if you're a victim of narcissistic abuse, I want you to ignore this. These lies, these smear campaigns are trying to make you look ugly on the outside and the inside. Because as these people get older, and as you get older, you're thinking, oh, last chance saloon kind of thing. This guy's come along showing me all this adoration, and he's amazing. I feel I'm looking for the catch here, kind of thing. You know, he won't let me pay for anything. He actually does my washing he does all my cleaning. I just never met anybody like this before. So what I want you to do, if you're a narcissist, say you're in your 40s or your 50s, because they will say that they will build you up at first, and you are there. You are this amazing person when you meet this person. And you're willing to be mature, you're willing to sit down, and you're willing to talk things through. And this is where this is exposed, okay, this person. When you want to sit down and reason, they will just, they will have a big, massive tantrum like they're a 2-year-old. and you think, okay, I'm just trying to be grown up here and sit and talk, and you are having some hot kind of tantrum like a 7-year-old. In the meantime, back at the ranch, they're telling everybody it's all your fault. You know, it's her fault. Okay. It's you know, she's got no self-esteem. She got no confidence. I can't do anything right. Everything that I do is wrong. I can't have an opinion. And it's not an opinion, it's you having an opinion is wrong. So they may have an opinion, and then you come back with your own opinion, which should be kind of taken into account, which is just an opinion. And they see this as a slight on their needs and wishes. You never agree with me. You never agree with me. Whatever I say, you're opposite. And it's not that. It's just that you will not kind of pander to their needs. You have actually got your own needs, and you value yourself. You value yourself. So you want to also be valued in this relationship. Well, this narcissist will not value you. The narcissist will not value you. They will they will look at you, well, you can't have an opinion, you can't have any needs. And then they will tell everybody about this. I can't say anything right. This person is crazy, who needs help. She keeps saying that I'm a narcissist and all this kind of thing. Okay, so let's have a look here. And this is where they have to make you look ugly. Okay, on the outside and the inside. They tell you that you're nothing. Look at you. Who'd even touch you with a barge pole? They withhold affection from you. They use sex as a tool too, to make you feel bad inside about you. This is how evil they are, guys. They will even stop having sex with you to make you feel special and good about yourself. They will withhold that. I'm not going to make love to you and have sex with you to make you feel good about yourself. I want you to feel bad about yourself. So they stop all that, and then they start to have sexual affairs with their own kind, which is scummy people. You know, those people that don't have any boundaries, and you know, they look at you, and then they will go and sleep with some scummy person who used to do prostitution, and you maybe find that out, you know, and then it gets to be a bit shocking. You had sex with, you won't have sex with me, but you went and did you have sex with that? Who is that person? So, and then it gets all very dirty and grubby, and you're kind of thinking, okay, so you are pulling me to pieces, making me look ugly, making me feel disgusting inside, like you would never touch me with a barge pole. You're having sex with a very scummy person there in the background. Why is that? That just does not make sense. Okay. So I just have to say, they degrade people, whether this is in the workplace, but this is in partnerships. They purposely meet somebody who's above their station just to tear them down and just to destroy them. That's what they do. They're disgusting, evil human beings. They're predators. They try to they do this because they want to control. Okay, so let's have a look at your comments here. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for joining us for this show. Susan Kia, Janet, my marriage was hell, full of violence. It took years after it ended to put the pieces back together. Yeah, they do resort to violence. If you have this boundary and you're saying, no, you don't cross, no, that's unacceptable, and you have your values and they don't have any values, they start to, even the family, if their family like this, oh, she needs putting back in her place, doesn't she? Who does she think she is? So that's when they start to slap you around and be violent towards you, because and push you around, because they feel that you don't deserve to have values. You don't deserve to be respected. Because I'm not. So why should you be? That's what this is all about. They feel awful about themselves. They don't have any boundaries. They're scummy. They'll sleep with anything. They'll do anything. I can't tell you. I hate narcissists. I really do. So, yeah, you may have an amazing family, and they will smear campaign your family. Well, you know, her family, she thinks she's got all these families, got these top surgeons in her family. They don't care about each other. They never see each other, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm trying to get to the raw nerve of this. And intuitively, you know that I'm intuitive empath. Intuitively, you're the adult in this relationship. This is where this is. Okay, this is where you draw the line with a narcissist and wake up to them. Okay. The reason why they, I don't know, beat you, the reason why they, and also emotional abuse is just as bad. Okay. Why they emotionally abuse you, why they want to tear you down, why they want to use violence towards you is because you are the mature adult in this relationship, and they want to have power over you, but they can't, so they resort to this kind of thing. Hate is too strong a word, really. I'm sorry, but I do. I really do. They cannot be hurt. They cannot be helped. You know, they cannot be helped. Maybe you should pity a narcissist, because when they find their new supply, you would soon notice. Okay. When they find their new supply, you notice that they're starting to look after their appearance, and because you know you're the adult in the relationship. So in their kind of networking labyrinth of their head and their brain, it's like, I don't want people to see who I truly am. You've kind of seen me now, and you've seen the master, the puppet master, and you've seen the strings. And I can't, you know, I've tried, this is what they're thinking, okay. I've tried to manipulate you. I tried to control you. You have pushed me to violence, when really you haven't. It's just that you have a strong character which they cannot control. And you've pushed me to cheat on you. You've pushed me to do that. So the final discard is they set up somebody else, and this is they want to get you back. They want you to fall from right up there right down to ground zero in like a split second. So they pretend. This is how evil they are, guys. I'm going to explain here. Before the final discard, they're setting up another relationship behind your back. Okay, they're making sure they've secured that new supply, that new person, that person that will replace you, because you're too strong in mind. I can't break you. I can't control you. So they will set up, and while they're setting up this other person and making sure they're a willing party, they're feeding them all these negativities about you. They're saying, God, she's crazy. She's absolutely crazy. You should see her YouTube channel. She's nuts. When it's not true. Okay. And they're smear campaigning you everywhere. They do this because this is in preparation of really slamming you right down from a huge height. So while they're doing this, while they're love bombing this other person, while they're looking fabulous, they're getting their narcissistic supply because somebody else is adoring them. Somebody else is actually listening to their bull crap. And what they do, they come back to you and they give you little signs of what they're doing, I can't think, for instance, they will say, oh, do you know that they will say something out of the blue that this other supplier said? And you kind of say, oh, where did you get that from, kind of thing. And it's made to triangulate. They triangulate before they discard you. And they want you to know. And they've got this smug grin on their face. It's like, and you're talking to them and they've got this smug grin on their face. They're crazy, guys. They're absolutely crazy town. And they've got this smug grin while you're talking and they're listening to you. Oh, yes, yeah. It's like, I know what I'm doing to you behind the scenes, but you don't know. You will not conquer me. To the narcissist, it's all one-upmanship. It's all a game. It's not love. They don't love you. They don't love you. All it is trying to control you to feed their empty shell. But when you say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I've actually got my own value and my own needs. They don't want to know. They don't want to know, oh, you've got your own needs, have you? Oh, we'll see about that. So while they're setting up the new supply there in the background, they start to be so lovely to you, which is weird. You're thinking, oh my, the relationship's actually working. The relationship is starting to work. This person, we're going out for meals together. We're going for walks in the countryside together. This person is looking quite dapper. They're starting to get dressed up for me. But what they're doing is they're actually doing this. It's like in their labyrinth of a twisted mind. It's like, I'm going to show you what you're going to lose when I'm gone. Because it's all a game. It's all a game. I'm going to give you the best of me, so you regret losing me when I walk away with this new supply. And then you get the final discard, which is you are nothing. They will say, I'm sick of you. Look at you, you're ugly, you're not a very nice person. And this goes way back to when you first denied them your spirit and your soul, because you denied them the ability to crack you, to break you down, to control you. This is all because of that. So then they get the final discard, which is like, it's over and you're a nobody, I've destroyed you. Oh, that's what they think. Okay, that's what they think. So let's have a look here at your comments. So the title of this is, they tried to make you uglier than them. They try to make you uglier than them inside and out, and that's what they do. And they feel it's all a game and it's all strategic kind of upmanship. And you haven't got a clue. You have no clue about this game because you're an authentic person. You don't need to pretend to be somebody else to get validation. You don't need to do that. You can validate yourself. And this is what narcissists do not get. They do not get this, that you're able to validate yourself without secondary people validating you. You've got a strong self-esteem. And this is why, I can't win with you. I can't win with you. And what are they trying to win? A game. So you're a normal human being who values themselves. You're not going to give that up, are you? That's the bottom line. So let's have a look here. Okay, Janet, there is a simple genetically determined brain wiring to explain everything. Yeah, thank you. I saw my ex-husband set up a new human relations woman and preyed on her as he did on me. Yeah, he dumped me. He dumped his his auric dirt on her. Well, I don't like to think that you're getting rid of your narcissist to another person, but do they deserve it? Of course they don't deserve it, because they're going to get it much worse than you got it, because they get worse each time. So when they start to say, no, I've got value to myself, and you do not cross that boundary, the same thing will happen again and again and again and again. So hi everyone. Angela, a predator wants anyone with assets, class, property, money, friends, not your fault. They try on. Your fault is putting up with them instead of running away. Absolutely. And you try to get answers, you try to get closure, but you'll never get closure with a narcissist. Because they do not have a brain, an ability to feel love, guilt, empathy, and a conscience, they lie, project, and run a need for sadistic pleasure. It's all very strange, isn't it? It's a strange phenomenon, especially when you're not like that. Okay, you know, it's all in a narcissist brain. Everyone is an object, and it's getting what you can out of a situation. That's how narcissists think. It's getting what you can out of a situation, looking at it on the out, pretending to be somebody that they're not, and looking at the whole situation, scanning what's around. What can I get from this? What can I derive from this? You may have a fabulous life of being even a free spirit. Like me, I was a free spirit. I experienced a narcissist, and I had a free spirit. And my spirit was like so open and loving, and I would, I encouraged everybody to do well, everyone to love each other and that kind of thing. And I was a caring person. Again, the kind of person that would attract a narcissist. But I feel the key thing that attracted the narcissist to me was actually me being a free spirit and a traveller, because I am a traveller. And they wanted to, they were not capable of doing that themselves, but they wanted to be part of that. They wanted a slice of that cake. And they thought by bringing me closer to them, associating with me, that would happen to them instantaneously. But it didn't, because that comes from within. That comes from within your heart, your soul, and your spirit. You know, that if you've not got a free spirit, then where's that going to come from? You know, they start to try to steal that identity from you, that what they don't possess, and they can't steal that identity, so they pretend to be you. They pretend to be you. And then that doesn't work either. Oh, I'm so disappointed that I cannot have a free spirit, that I cannot be a traveler and love and have passion for my life like that person does. They don't seem to get it. They don't seem that this comes from your own core identity, not something that you can take from someone. And that's so sad that then they have to break somebody down because they cannot possess what you have as a character, as a spirit. So they try to then take that away from you by chipping away at your self-esteem. So they destroy that part of your soul and destroy all of that free spirit within you because they can't have it. Sick, absolutely sick. So it's not just possessions. It's not just, you see, with my narcissist, I only allowed it so far. And I said, no, you know, I think after a while he realized that actually I cannot steal this person's identity. But I can triangulate her with others to make others be attracted to me. I know that I can't be that person. I know that I can't extract that free spirit from her. But what I can do is tell everyone how exciting she is. She's got a YouTube channel. She travels all over the place. I can't be that person, but that person's associated with me, so it looks as if it's me. And then they start to triangulate and make people jealous. And that's how they extract some of that identity from you, by triangulating. Oh, look, I'm like her. You know, we go traveling together. We do things together. You know, and we have these amazing conversations about travel. It's amazing. So we are associated, and it's like, but they start to, you know, they start to, they start to seduce other people by doing that. Okay, they use people as pawns to triangulate and make others jealous. You know, other females that are possibly, let's say, for instance, like me, this free spirit traveling the globe, made a conscious decision that that's what I want to do with my life. Okay, taking my work with me. Okay, that's who I am. I love it. I'm passionate about that. So to triangulate, to get women jealous of me and want to be with him because they feel that he's got something special, because he's with me, then they feel that there must be something special about him. It's all crazy, twisted narcissistic bullcrap, basically. So they will choose victims who are tied down with single mothers with children at home. Bless their hearts, okay? Bless their hearts. Single mother with children at home who cannot have the freedom. They may say even, I don't have the freedom to travel and do stuff like that. And then they will start to make this person jealous. And then come on to them and seduce them. You know, you're amazing. You know, you've got so much potential. And, you know, I think when your children grow up, you'll do some amazing things. And they tell them all these things they want to hear. You know, Yvonne may be the traveller of the zodiac, or the traveller of the zodiac, traveller of the world, global, whatever, here, having a YouTube channel and being so loved, but, you know, you're so special. You know, you're much more special than her. And then that's where they do all these workings in these labyrinths of inroads, of triangulation with everyone. So that's my story. I don't know what your stories are. Please put your comments below if you've got a story to tell, if you've been a victim of narcissistic abuse, okay, and tell your story, because we'd like to hear. Okay, so Janet, no, I did not get rid of my ex-husband. He was a $500,000 income and she was an employee. He dumped me years later because I didn't pay his dental bills fast enough for my small income. Wow. Yeah, I think when you wake up to a narcissist, this is what they do. When you wake up to a narcissist, and you do, if you're clever, you do wake up to a narcissist. Eventually, a narcissist should know this by now, that you're not going to be there forever. So it's all your fault. It's all your fault. They blame shift. That's another thing they do. So when you wake up to a narcissist, they will do things like this, which is they just dump you from a huge height and then demand money off you. Absolutely. Yeah, I think if you wake up to a narcissist, there's nothing you can do but walk away, because they won't accept somebody who can actually see them without the mask. No, of course they can't accept that. They live in this deluded planet here, and they don't have any true self, so they have to pretend to be somebody they're not, and they have to have people around them who actually believe their kind of fake sense of self. So when they find people who believe this fake sense of self, and then they've got this other person here who's seen them without the mask, without can see all the puppet mastery going on, of course they're going to go with that other secondary supply and dump you, because they have to live in a fantasy world. They hate themselves of who they are. So thank you so much, everyone, and been quite a fascinating subject, and this is all to help heal people as survivors of narcissistic abuse, which I am one of them. Okay. And it made me actually immerse myself into studying this very deeply. How far these people would go to destroy you is phenomenal. Okay, they will see you homeless, they will see you friendless, they will destroy your career, they will do all sorts of things. So I just have to say, guys, thank you so much for being part of this live show. And I'm trying to come up with different things to discuss on YouTube, and this is one of the things that I can share and help heal each other. Okay. When you look at it, when you actually look at it in the light, the plain light of day. Let's, for instance, my narcissist, analysing that. He wanted to have my identity of being a traveller, and who is free-spirited, who has this amazing kind of feels secure no matter where they go, and is loving life. And seeing that when they first meet you, they actually want that. This is how sad it is. How can you? It's like me looking. Let's say it's like me looking at somebody like, I don't know. We have a guy called Branson who goes hot air ballooning. He's a billionaire, and he wants to fly to the moon. It's like me saying, I want to be like Richard Branson, and I'm pretending to be like Richard Branson. That's how delusional they are. They're totally, utterly sick. And when you realize that, you think, oh my God, what have I been doing? And, you know, when you get to that stage, they don't want to know. They don't want to know you when you wake up to them. So just helping you guys to warn you if you've never experienced a narcissist, if you've got somebody who's saying that woman, my ex, she's a crazy, you know, crazy woman, that's a big red flag. A big red flag if they are saying the ex is crazy. Big red flag. If they're starting to say some vulgar, horrible things like she had multiple abortions, blah, 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 that is a big red flag that they are a narcissist. Nobody would do that, okay? If they've been a string of people that just walk out and leave, that's another big red flag, okay? And also another great big red flag is if you've got an opinion and then when you say something, like you may say, you know, I actually feel that, let's say, I actually feel that Boris Johnson is you know, has potential to change things in Europe. The Narcissists won't listen to your opinion. They will just say something of their opinion. They will say, well, you know, they ought to do something. That there is this situation. It just doesn't marry together. They don't have a conversation like normal people have a two-way conversation. You'll say one thing and then they will say, oh, yeah, I understand what you mean. You know, Boris is kind of, you know, new at this and let's give him a chance and that kind of thing. No, they wouldn't. They would listen to you. They would hear it, but they see it as like an attack on their ego, and they think you've got an opinion. You've got an opinion. You're not allowed to have an opinion. So this is my opinion. This is my opinion. My opinion is bigger than yours. And this is where you get this conflict of, you don't even listen to me. You don't even listen to what I have to say. It's all about your opinions. You know, it's not. They're not capable of a two-way equal relationship. They can't even have relationships. They can't even have marriages. So anybody listening to this, take heed. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. And please put your comments down below and share your stories, okay? And I'll be back soon, okay? I'm just going to, and maybe put some daily reads up shortly. So, and bye for now. Bye-bye.